She died by jumping in front of a moving train. I'll say it with confidence, it killed my daughter.
In the shadows of Manchester's bustling streets lies a tale of ambition, love, and betrayal. A story that ends not with triumph, but with a tragic leap. This is the story of Alanis Ogundipe, a bright young woman whose life was derailed by the very person she trusted. As we unravel the layers of this harrowing saga, we invite you to ponder the darker aspects of human nature and ask, what drives a soul to the brink? Born into a legacy of excellence, Alanis Ogundipe was destined for greatness. Her father, Oladapo Ogundipe, a titan in Nigeria's business world, watched as his daughter embraced the mantle of her illustrious grandfather, Samuel Olangunju Ogundipe.
Even he has confirmed it himself. She was very perfect, and she actually inspired him. When she showed me his picture, I've never been in agreement with him at all. I've always told my daughter, the reason why you were able to finish your university was because you didn't have a boyfriend. I know what guys do, I know how we do with girls, and I know how girls do. Don't fall in love yet, just try. You finished your degree because there was no boyfriend. Now, you're at KPMG, you've got a mission, a target. Get your ACA first, and you're free.
But what happens when the path to promise leads to peril? How does the weight of expectation bear down on a young spirit? June 2022 marked the beginning of Alanis' descent. Ryan Leggett, a name that would become synonymous with coercion and deceit, entered her life. He saw in Alanis not a partner, but a prey, a means to fuel his gambling addiction. As she spiraled into debt, her vibrant light began to dim. But what drives someone to exploit the vulnerable? And how do we recognize the signs before it's too late?
There's this pattern of incidents from the beginning to when she died. And I'm saying let's split into 3 sections. So the first part, after meeting her, she was fine. The first part are things that he did that made her vulnerable. Now, I will tell you what the examples. He met her, he didn't tell her he had an infection. The infection is a viral, it's called herpes. Because herpes is permanent, there's no cure. Once you catch it, you're a carrier. You'd have to explain to your next partner that you have it, if you're honest. So you infected her deliberately, that's like to trap her.
If you're captivated by our stories of intrigue and survival, make sure to follow our channel and social media pages. Your support helps us uncover the truth and share more tales like this. The chains of coercion tightened around Alanis. Ryan's manipulation knew no bounds, from infecting her with an incurable disease to plundering her finances. He wielded his knowledge of her family's wealth like a weapon, his demands escalating to unbearable heights. But what makes a person exert such control over another? How do we protect ourselves from those who seek to dominate? Have you or someone you know ever experienced manipulative behavior? How did it impact your life? We invite you to share your stories and support each other in the comment section below. On May 29, 2023, the tragic conclusion unfolded. Alanis, overwhelmed by despair and trapped in a web of blackmail, made the heart-wrenching decision to end her life. Her leap in front of a moving train was not just a suicide, it was a coerced act, a final escape from a tormentor who showed no remorse. But what led to this moment? How did the systems designed to protect her fail so profoundly? Ryan's actions were not just morally reprehensible, but criminally so. Under UK law, his coercive control and privacy violations were clear breaches of the Serious Crime Act and the Computer Misuse Act. Yet, as we delve deeper, we find a tale of systemic failure and unanswered questions. Why was the police's response so lacking? What could have been done to prevent this tragedy? What are your thoughts on the legal and moral aspects of this case? How should society respond to such acts of manipulation and control? Your voice matters. Join the conversation below. In a heart-trending interview, Oladapo Ogundipe shares his daughter's story, a narrative of betrayal, shattered dreams, and a father's undying love.
My daughter was my first child. From day one, I fell in love with this girl from day one. This is a girl that I felt if she dies, I'll die. Very ambitious girl. Her plans. She was planning that within the next 2 years or so, she'll be private. This girl had a very bright future. She had a bright future ahead of her. She had done so much. She had suffered, sacrificed a lot, stayed up all night to read, to pass. Look, KPMG, the ACA, it takes you 5 years to pass the exams, right? She passed it in 10 months. 10 months! Trying to impress her father as well. And to get there very fast. Because she saw that I was very slow in my own starting and my startup. She tried, she really tried. So I mean, it's just for other people. But if for other people we just get justice, for other people's sake, that people don't do this again to other people.
Alanis was not just a statistic, she was a beacon of hope, a girl who burned brightly in pursuit of her dreams. But how do we honor her memory? What lessons can we take from this devastating loss? As we seek justice for Alanis and others like her, your engagement is crucial. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore further into the dark corners of human behavior. Together, we can shed light on these stories and advocate for change. Alanis Ogundipe's story is a stark reminder of the hidden battles many face. In her memory, let us pledge to be vigilant, to support one another, and to fight against the darkness that seeks to consume the light. This has been The Tragic Train, a journey of betrayal and despair. Thank you for joining us. For more stories of mystery, survival, and the human spirit, remember to subscribe and follow us. Your engagement helps us continue this important work. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and never stop seeking the truth.